Hello, YouTube friends and followers and Mercedes aficionados, maybe W163 chassis style type owners, ML500 and ML320. So today I'm trying to replace the axle in here on the right side because I have a vibration in the morning when I'm going about 40 to 50. The thing will vibrate pretty violently. So it's either a U-joint or this front axle. I doubt it's this front axle, but the axle was only $65. I've had some unsuccessful attempts at changing the rear U-joint on the rear drive shaft. That'll be next. But anyway, I was able to get these upper ball joint off by unloosening the nut on the bottom and beating the living crap out of this thing with a 4-pound hammer. I just put this tie rod on about 5 months ago. I was able to beat the crap out of this thing too and get it to come off. So luckily this time I didn't damage the rubber boots. They're all good. This upper A-arm looks like it's pretty good still. So anyway, I'm just going to put the camera down and get to work. I'm going to take off this bolt here, release this, and I've taken off the large 36 millimeter nut when the car was stationary. I had to use this big breaker bar and a cheater pipe off the jack. Here's the big nut that was on here. Looks like they had some Loctite in there or something. Okay, so I'm going to put the camera down now. Let it record. Camera's down. Let's see what the camera can see. The camera has to be lowered a bit, and I suppose that view is good enough. What do you think for watching me work? Okay, let's let the camera run and take this apart. This top nut is a 19 millimeter on the top ball joint, and where I left off was this thing was spinning a bit on me, so I was trying to get this thing off using these vice grips and catching the bottom of this and using this box wrench. I probably have to get some smaller vice grips and grip the top of this thing. Let's see if we can make this come off now. There it is. So I want to get this nut off. Take off the upper ball joint. This is some of the frustration with doing this job. So I'm going to try and find a small pair of vice grips. Give me a second here. So when I first bought this car, there was a guy in the parking lot at the auto auction place, and he sold me these little vice grips for $20, which is a lot of money, but these are needle nose vice grips, and they're going to work just fine. Gripping the top of the ball joint here so it won't move. So I'm gripping the top of the ball joint shaft now with these needle nose vice grips to let me get the bottom bolt off because this thing is spinning on me. There we go. Let's see if this will work. 19 millimeter, and let's go. Okay, yeah, it's holding. 19 millimeters coming off. This will release our top ball joint. The ML500 here. I'm sure this ball joint's been on here for a while. Here in New England, looks like the axle I'm replacing has been replaced. It looks pretty new. So I doubt this will fix my problem, but it's worth a shot. I thought I felt some weirdness in the steering wheel last time this happened. it's probably a U-joint. There's only one U-joint left in this car that I couldn't replace. It's on the back drive shaft. So that'll be next, but that's really hard to do. Okay, the bolt came off. It fell down. Here's the 19 millimeter nut that holds on the U-joint. I'm sorry, the ball joint. So the ball joint will come free. Now I got to remove the actual steering rod here, and that one has a I think it's a 22 nut. Yep, that one's a 22. So the steering tie rod is a 22 nut, and that one's off. So now I can drop the tie rod down and can move up the A-arm here. This thing's always very stiff. The A-arm is very stiff. Okay, it's up. So now this whole assembly is loose. We only have one ball joint on the bottom. This is actually a good time to check your ball joint and see. So this bottom one here, it seems good. This thing's not loose or flopping around. So now I'm going to tap this shaft and try and get this face to drop here on the steering knuckle. So there, it's loose. Give this thing a tug, and it should come out. It's not coming out yet. Use this hammer. There it is. It should be coming loose here, I would think. What am I doing wrong here? Something's binding, huh? Oh, I get this brake out of the way. That should come right out of there. There's the encoder for the power brakes for the ABS. Okay, well, let's tap it some more. There it is. There, it's out. So, gotta give it a tug, and it comes out. I still don't think I can clear this thing, but it's definitely out. Let's get some more room here. Okay. It is essentially out. It still feels like it's in perfect condition. I'm going to put another glove on. So I wonder what the quality of this Cardone half shaft is that I'm putting in here. We'll take a look at this one. I'm sure this shaft is some rebuilt thing that the previous owner put in here. It didn't have any rips in the no rips in the bellows, it looks like. So I was watching YouTube, and people said the inner CV can wear. So now the hard part is, will this half shaft release from the front differential or not? I just yanked out the other one on the other side. It yanked right out. And when I tried to pull the new one out, when I was fixing the motor mount, it wouldn't yank right out. So I could try and just yank this thing. And it came out. Son of a gun. So it's out. And you can see there's a there's a C-clip here that holds us in.
Holy crap.
And the half shaft is out. So let's go on and examine the two shafts and see if they match. So Raymond's here to help out, and let's see if these match. So here's the new one. It's new. Here's the old one. And let's see if they match. Let's try these out and see how they match. So, here we go. And it looks like they match. So now we'll try and put in the new one. And as we saw, it just slips out, so it's slipped back in there now. So just shove it in and give it a shot. So if we move the camera down this way, and maybe we can see inside here, you'll see where the axle goes into the front differential. So I'm just gonna weasel this thing down into here, and the thing's a ways off in there, so try not to break the boot, the new boot. Get the spline lined up in here, turn it a bit until it locks there, and now I'll just give it a good shove. That's it, bam, it's in. So now we're gonna get the front part spline in. First we gotta get this nut off because it's pretty stiff here, and that's not gonna come off. So we'll do this. I don't like putting vice grips on splines, but that's what we'll do because I wasn't thinking too clearly about how to do this. Very light on the. Yeah. Now we'll take this off. I'm not sure why they put this bolt on so tight. It's really on tight. There, we're coming off now. This actually looks stripped to me on a brand new axle, so I'm hoping this isn't defective. I mean, I guess it'll go on, but that's really poor quality. In fact, I'm wondering if some bozo installed this and sent it back. Well, too late now. Let's try and put it in. Okay, so back we go into the spline here. And we'll bring the knuckle up a bit and get it to lock. There it is. Bring it up further. Make sure these bellows aren't compromised in here. There they are. The thing is essentially in. Let's put this nut on now. Let's see if we can get this thing in. That's really disturbing that I didn't check that. All this work and this axle might be unable to be used. It might be cross-threaded. That's really a shame.
You want to stop recording for a sec?
We'll keep going.
Alright. Eileen said it might start raining pretty soon.
Okay. So good people, I think what we'll do now, we'll set the camera back down, and I'm just going to put this back into here, this ball joint here, and put it back together, and I'll try and get that nut to go on there, and that should be it as far as the
Pouring down rain in western Massachusetts.
okay.
I'm on your here, sir.
Alright, sir.
If you need something, let me know.
Okay.
Monkey is going back inside.
There it is, it's in. And let's put the top ball joint back on. Gotta pull up hard on this thing and get it in there. Boy, it's stiff. This thing is really stiff. I don't know if the camera's catching any of this stuff. Probably not.